Welcome to this explainer. We usually think of modern AI as this invisible magic, right? Like weightless software just floating around up in the cloud. But today, we're going to completely reframe that. We're going to look at the massive, blazing iron boxes of modern AI infrastructure, a fire that is burning just a little too bright right now, and we're going to trace its impact all the way down to the quiet, deliberate spark of human craft. It's a journey about what happens when the machines learn to rewrite their own locks, and how we make sure we are the ones holding the keys. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our map for today. We'll start with the immense physical cost of AI. Then we'll look at how it's changing search. From there, we'll explore a $50 million handmade art rebellion, examine the threat to human agency, and finally, discover a path to a hybrid balance. Section 1, the physical cost of AI, the fire burning too bright. So let's strip away that whole cloud metaphor completely. The frontier AI models we have today aren't just floating in the ether. They are housed in physical, locked iron boxes containing a fire that requires immense, tangible resources to keep from burning absolutely out of control. Just to grasp the sheer heat of this fire, think about the number 150. Because that represents the staggering 150-fold increase in electricity consumed by AI servers over a single decade, looking from 2017 projected out to 2028. This isn't some slow, gradual climb. It is a rapid, exponential consumption of raw resources. And this brilliantly illustrates what that actually looks like in the physical world. By 2028, AI in the US could be eating up around 300 terawatt-hours of energy every single year. To put that into perspective, that is the exact equivalent of the electricity needed to power over 28 million American households for an entire year. No way, right? The fire is drawing so much power that it's actively competing with the very towns built around it. And naturally, the sheer physical reality of these systems has triggered a fierce reaction. AI cooling requires up to 720 billion gallons of water. That is putting an immense strain on stressed watersheds in places like Arizona. Down in Memphis, Elon Musk's xAI has actually been running natural gas turbines just to feed the grid, forcing the reopening of old nuclear and gas plants. But communities are pushing back. Look at Seattle, a major tech hub. Their lawmakers recently passed a unanimous one-year ban on new AI data centers. It's basically a modern story of worried town gatekeepers locking the doors to protect their community's water and jobs from this mechanical blaze. Section 2, how AI is changing search. Rewriting the locks. Now let's transition from the physical infrastructure of those iron boxes to the digital ecosystem they're actually powering. The library of the internet is being completely reorganized, and the machines are rewriting the locks. For decades, we navigated the internet through traditional SEO, right? You type in a quick forward query, you get a list of blue links, and you just kind of hope for the best. But that old internet is rapidly fading. Now we are entering the era of generative engine optimization, or GEO. Users are asking these long 23-word conversational questions, and instead of giving you links, the engine synthesizes a direct narrative answer, merely citing its sources. The internet is shifting from this vast, open library of individual books into a single synthesized answer engine, and it's leaving human creators wondering how to survive when the machine just reads the book for you. Now, what's really interesting about this is that there is actually a path to survival. Recent data from a KDD study shows that by using specific generative engine optimization techniques, like structuring your answers with clear citations and statistics, you can dramatically boost your chances of actually being chosen by the machine. Structured optimization is absolutely the new key to visibility. So how exactly do you make sure the machine reads your work? Well, here are the actionable steps to survive in an AI-driven search world. First, you've got to structure your content with crystal clear headings. Second, target the fan-out queries. When a user asks a massive question, the AI fans it out, breaking it down into smaller, bite-sized questions. You want to answer those specific fragments. Third, include real expert quotes and statistics, because the engine searches for authority. And finally, keep it fresh. AI has a massive recency bias. Content older than 3 months sees a huge drop in citations. The machine demands fresh, clearly structured information to feed its engine. Section 3, the anti-AI crafting rebellion. The quiet craftsman. Okay, let's lower the energy just slightly here. While the massive algorithms are out there flooding the world with perfectly sterile, infinite digital murals, a cultural pushback is quietly growing. This is the era of the quiet craftsman. Let's compare these two approaches, because it's fascinating. AI-generated design is fast, it's cheap, and it exists in infinite supply. But because literally anyone can generate it, it becomes uniform and disposable. Human-crafted design, on the other hand, is slow, it's expensive, and critically, it is scarce. In a world completely saturated with algorithmic perfection, a wobbly, hand-drawn line suddenly becomes a luxury status symbol. It commands a massive premium because it is proof that a real human was actually there. This shift is deeply rooted in an ancient philosophy that has gone completely mainstream lately, wabi-sabi. It's this beautiful Japanese aesthetic concept that embraces authenticity, highlighting the beauty you find in natural imperfection, texture, and impermanence. And it is the driving force behind a massive $50 million market correction in the design world, pushing right back against those hyper-polished, synthetic AI aesthetics. And the sheer scale of this human rebellion is remarkable. Today, 45% of top creative directors are actively rejecting AI assets for major campaigns. Because of that scarcity, human-crafted design is seeing a 10x to 50x price premium. Over in the music industry, 1,000 artists, including absolute legends like Kate Bush and Damon Albarn, even organized a silent AI protest album. Across the board, creators are intentionally injecting friction, texture, and nostalgia into their work. Visible labor and organic imperfections have become the ultimate antidote to the machine's sterile output. The quiet craftsman quietly building reliable, beautiful things is winning. Section 4. Preserving Human Agency. The Shadow of the Machine. Section 4, Preserving Human Agency, the Shadow of the Machine.
So the crucial point here is all about human autonomy. As one expert noted, when the usage and dependency of AI are increased, it will slowly and gradually starve the human brain of thoughtfulness and mental efforts. There is a deep existential danger in outsourcing our decision-making. If we just casually hand over our planning, our creativity, and our everyday choices to the algorithm, we risk losing our own autonomy entirely.
I want you to really just pause and think about this for a second. If AI is left to do all our work for us, what then is our use or purpose? How do we develop skills? How do we discover our unique capabilities? It is a heavy, deeply human question. And honestly, it's one we all have to answer for ourselves as this technology integrates into our daily lives. Section 5, Finding the Hybrid Balance, the Hearth. Let's move to and see how this all builds into a reassuring path forward. Because the answer isn't to just smash the machines or banish the technology completely. The answer is found at the hearth. Look at this wonderful insight from a recent reflection on AI and humanity. Being profoundly human could well mean the honesty to say you need help from AI and accepting it on your terms. I love that. This is the hybrid future. We don't have to reject the iron gears of technology entirely. Instead, we can use them thoughtfully as an assistant, a tool that accelerates our workflow while we absolutely retain our role as the ultimate agent of our own lives. The most successful creators, businesses, and individuals right now are adopting this beautiful mantra. The raw material can be algorithmic, but the finishing must be human. You can safely use the blazing fire of AI to power the engine, to gather the data, to generate those rough drafts. But the friction, the wabi-sabi, the emotional resonance, and those final finishing touches, those must come from the human hearth. Which leaves us with this final question. As the machines rewrite their own locks, will you surrender to sterile automation, or will you choose the deliberate warmth of human authenticity? The choice is entirely yours. Hey, if you found this explainer helpful in navigating our digital future, I invite you to subscribe and join our community. It's a place where we will always value human agency, digital freedom, and the beautiful imperfection of human craft. Thanks so much for watching.